Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back. Yes, I am here to regale you with some whiskey. Well, I've been absent for a little bit just for the plain simple reason, believe it or not, I got a knockdown, drag out cold just before Easter, like the weekend before, and it just snowballed on me uh, and got to the point where I just didn't have a voice. I mean, not at all. I mean, not like what I sound like right now. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. So the last actual stream I was on wasn't a stream, but it was a Patreon stream over on Big Vic's channel the Thursday before Easter. And I just wasn't feeling it. But anyway, I'm better now. Still a little nasally. It's mostly allergies, but hey, I am here. And just because I was under the weather didn't mean I wasn't shopping. Let me just move my head over there. You can probably see a few things on the shelf there that you might recognize the name, but those are some travel exclusives there that I will be talking about in some upcoming streams. There's two Speyburns there. There's a 10 and a 16. They're travel exclusives that JD Bourbon Approach found for me while, of course, as you know, he's in Lithuania. So he had come home, and so he brought them here to me to have and sample, and I am really looking forward to that and bringing that to you. I don't know if any of you had that particular whiskey or not, but let me tell you, it is something I've been looking forward to try for a while. And so when I had the opportunity to pick them up, and particularly they are 1 liter bottles, both of them, I jumped on it. And so they're there, and I'll move my head back over so you all can just see the bottles there. And I'm looking forward to it. And yes, you see 2 smoke wagons there. They are both store picks, and I will be talking about those at some point. I have opened one, and it was strictly for medicinal purposes because my throat was uh, a little raspy, and good whiskey really helps that with that, and also helps you sleep. But that being said, really good to see you all here. Honestly, it is really good to see you. I mean, I haven't chatted with most of you in a while. I've seen you around, said hi, because I was just lurking in different chats. But it is nice to see you all here. And then, of course, my buddy Marty up here, first one's got to show off. He says the 13 was the first Scotch he had ever tasted. Well, Craigellachie 13 wasn't my first Scotch I've tasted. And I'll be honest with you, I don't remember exactly what it was. What was the first one? But neither here nor there. And then, of course, we got Bourbon Baller. Always great to have him here. Appreciate you all. And please do me a favor, smash that like button while you're here. We got 10 people viewing. Let's make sure that we have at least 10 likes going, or at least 1 like for every people that pops on here, every viewer. Really do appreciate that, and appreciate you for coming here and supporting the channel. And I'm going to probably put up a little vote thing, because believe it or not, I'm getting asked about the stream and would I consider occupying this particular spot again. As you all know, I used to stream pretty regular at 4 o'clock on Sundays. Well, when Pitch Hitter needed to stream because of his work, I was talking to Livewire, and I said, well, you know what? I'll go on after you for a bit. And so that's kind of how I got into that later evening gig. Okay. But a lot of you are East Coasters or Central, and when I'm on at 9 for you East Coasters, it's midnight. Or the people that are in Central, it's 10 o'clock. Hey, let's face it, Sunday night, 10 p.m., got to get up Monday morning, got to do that W thing. I'm not going to mention that word because I don't want to say that. I don't swear like that on this channel. We don't use that word. But so I'm going to put it back out there. Would most people want to see me more in this time slot, going back to my original pre-live wire, or stay at the after party for live wire? But I'm just throwing that out there because I'm just trying to see what works best for you. I know I've got to work too. So, and yes, I'm up at 2:30 in the morning. So when I finish up at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, at my age now, it makes for a long day of being up. But neither here nor there. A few more people I gotta shout out to the GT Mustang 09. Cheers, man. Great to see you. Thank you for popping in here. And then, of course, Mr. White. Yes, and Craigellachie. Yes, it is an extremely nice drop. As you can see, I've got two. Oops. I got two of the. Let me turn and look. Two of them right here. Now, this one here is not your standard 13-year-old Craigellachie. I couldn't find that one on the shelf. It was around forever and a day. And then all of a sudden, it's gone for some reason. Gone. But I found another 13-year-old, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. Hey, there's my great-granddad. What's up, Greg? Cheers, man. And as you know, Greg, everything you dropped off is safe and sound right here. And yes, I got your message too. So everything there is good. And Marty reached out to me, and I just haven't got back to him, but we're probably going to do we are going to do a stream together. We just haven't worked out the logistics. He sent me a date. I'm going to check my calendar, and maybe next week at this time, you never know, he and I may do a little get together and have a little review of these samples that you dropped off to us, and let everybody know what's in these boxes that we have gotten here. So just letting you know that we are totally aware and we are working on it. Then there's Eric. Cheers, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And a big thank you to Eric and a few others who felt the need to make sure that I had ample whiskey and dropped stuff off to me when I wasn't feeling well. So honestly, thank you very much for that. Your generosity is absolutely amazing, and I'm very appreciative, very, very appreciative of this. And I haven't touched them. Really, I haven't. But I thought about it quite a few times, but I thought, you know what? I really want my nose and my palate to clear up a little bit before I really dive into these things. And then JD also dropped off 6 different samples for me, and one of them was in the I think it was the Speyburn 10, and of course it just has the number 6 on it, but I do know what it is. I couldn't figure out why the package was so different than the rest. But anyway, just want to say thank you to you all for doing that. JD, Eric, Greg, appreciative. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate all that. Jacob, cheers, man. Thank you for popping in, saying hello. And then, of course, my good friend from across the pond, there he is, Mr. Morgan. And it is so funny, James. Every time I go, where the hell has James been? I haven't seen him in a minute. I'm telling you, it's just so uncanny. I swear he knows what I'm thinking. And there he is today. Great to see you, man. Always a pleasure to have you here and be with us from over there in the UK to contribute and put in your 2 cents about this wonderful elixir over here. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. really appreciate you guys being here. And like I said, do me a favor, smash that like button. Make sure that we have a like for every viewer on here. And let's kind of just jump right into this. Let's just jump right into this because these, from what everybody tells me, and I've had samples, but it's been a minute since I have had them. And so looking forward to it and having some that I'm fairly excited about it. Really, I am. But I also got to say, hey, Paul, cheers, man. Thank you for popping in here, man. I hope that bike is still doing well for you. I enjoy some of the pictures you post on Instagram from your rides, so on and so forth. And I'm really about that close from getting new tires on mine and bringing that thing back out. But whoo, I'm not going down them trails and shredding it like you do anymore. No, if I go over those handlebars one more time again in my life, like now, I'm not getting back up. So yeah, that isn't going to happen anytime soon. I think I'll stick to the nice, well-traveled trails. I'm not stump jumping and hopping rocks and. Nah, I like my bones where they are or the way they are, unbroken. So we're just going to keep it like that. That is for sure. Yeah, I try to keep up with your time slot. I appreciate you, man. Really. It's just so funny how I really have been thinking about you. You've been on my mind. I go, yeah, where's James? Where's James? Where's James? And then pow, there you go. So great to see you here. Great to see you here. Really do appreciate all of that. So I've already taken. God, you think I've been drinking all day and I've only had one dram. I have taken the liberty to pour these a little over a half hour ago. So 17-year-old, can you tell the difference in the juice right there? The 13-year-old, Craigellachie, right there. Let me just put them back up there so you all can get a good look at them. Really, really nice. But I wanted to, especially the 13, I wanted to give it an opportunity to open up here in the glass and get some air. And let's see just how this darn thing rolls on out. And I'm really excited to get into this. Really. Oh, here we go. What's up, John? Cheers, man. Thanks for popping in here, saying hello, smashing that like button. Really do appreciate it. Really. They are. The color on those is amazing. The color on these two, especially the 17. I'm going to hold it back up again. It's the 17, the 13. Look at that. Look at that, man. That's some really nice color in here. They're both non-chill filtered. Both of these are non-chill filtered. I cannot say that there's no color added, but as I've always said, I am not a purist. I don't give a shit if there's color in it or not. It's Scotch, and it just needs to be good, and I am fine with it. And then, of course, I knew Marty, he'd stick his head back in there. Marty, I was talking about you if you didn't hear, and I was telling Greg that you and I are in contact to possibly do something on a Sunday right around this time. We have to make sure we give him enough notice so that he can take a nap in the afternoon to be awake for us, so he can be there to guide us through our journey of these little delicious drams and that he has poured for us. Oh, here we go. First timer here to the channel, Audrey. I just want to say thank you for popping over. She is somebody I met over on Pipe Cottage Social, and we have talked over the last few months via different meetups that we have there. And matter of fact, before I was here, we were talking with about 13, 14 other people, pipes, tobacco, cigars, of course, whiskey, and whatever else. It's no different than here. But she said, hey, she was going to come over, say hello. So great to have her here. And then maybe one day I'll bring her in on the stream and we will talk different pipe blends because, as you know, pipe smoking just isn't for guys, just like cigars isn't. So cheers to her, and really appreciate her coming over there and subscribing and smashing that like button. Every bit helps. Every bit helps. There we go. All right. Oh, I know you would. I knew you would. So there is no doubt about it. Maybe I'll do a special one where I do my spirits and leaf segment. I haven't done one of those in a few months. So we'll bring that on because we have some people that are interested. So we will do that, and I'll get with you. Oh, speak of the man, right there. Here, and let me move over there, JD. There you go. You see those beauties up there? There they are. They are just fine. And so I was just saying, JD, that I couldn't figure out why one of those seemed to be a little disformed until I pulled this sucker out and realized you put a present in, I think it was the 10-year-old for me in here. And I'm like, yeah, why is this kind of weirdly shaped versus the other ones? But anyway, really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Try to do it early in the stream. The old folks home brings the bedtime appliance to the residence around 8:30. Yeah, I figured. I figured. So that's why we want to make sure that Marty and I do it early enough for you before they bring the evening laxative, so you have your morning movement. That prune juice, I'm sure it's wonderful. And yes, sir, they are. Let me just move over again so you can eyeball that. There you go. There you go. So the first one that we're going to talk about is this Craigellachie 13-year-old finished in Armagnac casks. Yes, I said it. Armagnac cask. And apparently it was a special release. And I guess it didn't go over well. And I don't know why. If those of you that had Armagnac, have tasted Armagnac, know it's pretty damn good. And others who have had whiskey finished in Armagnac know that it's a pretty good finish when it comes to a whiskey. And so I couldn't pass this up. And particularly when I was able to pick this thing up for $46. Yes, I said that right. $46. And it's at one of your favorite big box stores called Total Wine. And they knocked $5 off their asking price and brought it down. And I was like, that's not bad. I go, why did they do that? I didn't realize that this was not the standard 13, that it was one finished in Armagnac casks. So I'm like, okay, I'm not reading the back because I just glanced. I don't want to know tasting notes. I always tell you that. I try not to read anything on the back to give anything away. But it is 46 ABV, non-chill filtered whiskey, which 46 ABV, non-chill filtered. And if it was the Holy Trinity, no color added, you would hear the angels singing in harmony when you open this. But I've already told you, I've opened this thing already because I poured it in the Glen. But let me just pull the whole bottle out. Let me give you the whole thing there. Let me just turn this thing around so you guys can just gander at it a minute there and look at the color on that. Beautiful, just golden color on there. I mean, honestly, I'm looking through that. It's really, really nice. Really nice. And I like the tubes, but you know what? A lot of these companies now are going away from the tube to save a buck, but they're jacking the price up. What the heck? I mean, truthfully, what the heck? And I heard something, and I don't want to spread rumors, but if Bourbon Baller is here, he's in the business, but I also got this from another person in the business, that Elijah Craig is jacking up the prices going forward, particularly on their releases like the A124 and now B524 will be coming out. I heard that it's going to be a hefty increase on those. And my source here was told by their distributor here that it's going to be a significant price increase on that. So I want to know, put the feelers out, people. If people know this, let's find out for sure. But I'm being told here in Vegas that those releases on the Elijah Craig, they are going up, and it isn't $10, and it isn't $20, and it isn't $50. So I'm just letting you know, people. And my personal opinion is what I told him. If it goes where he's told me those bottles are going to go, I said, it will rot on the damn shelf before I spend that kind of money on one of those bottles. When I say that kind of money, you can easily be expecting to pay 125 or north for those releases. So let's do what we can to see if this rumor has any truth to it. And let's get our feelers out there and start talking in the community to see if this has any real, true validity. Like I said, the person I got it from here, I consider a credible source when it comes to this information. So I know Bourbon Ballers, he's got his finger on the pulse of this. So yeah, it would be really, really great to know. And yes, Audrey, yeah, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous what some of these prices are going to and getting up to in here, without a doubt. But let's look at this thing. Now, I'm kind of surprised because I've swirled this thing already. And I was really surprised that I don't see many legs dripping down off of this thing. It's slow. They're there, but it's not. It wasn't what I thought. And I don't know if you guys can pick it up. I'm rotating the glass. Okay, here's a couple. You can see them there. They're just starting to come down. And I just thought that it would be there. They're not fast. So I'm hoping that there's some nice viscosity to this right now. And being non-chill filtered, it should have good fatty acids in there. It really should. Hey, Cooler Running, cheers. I hope everything is well there for you. Appreciate you coming in to say hi, everybody, and smash that like button for me. Like I said, we want to make sure that for every viewer we have, we got one like going on there. So cheers. But on the nose, let me get this thing here on the nose real quick. Oh, beautiful, beautiful malt. Sweet, which to me, the sweet bread note I get from all scotches, particularly one like this, is always amazing. I could just sit here and smell this all day long. Eric, I sure hope you got your 13 poured. Peter, did you pop any Craigellachie? Because I know you've got more than one. All right. This is kind of a weird note, but I'm going to come out and say pineapple. Or tropical fruit. How about that? Let me be a little more vague on it. Tropical fruit. A little ethanol, surprising. A little ethanol. It's poured and had first sip. Okay, you're ahead of me. I'll catch up. I promise. You haven't heard of an H&H price increase. The C923 was 80 out the door, which was reasonable. I have great relationship. Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, let me know. But now it could be a distributor gouging thing here in Las Vegas because there's only one place to get it, and they're the biggest here. So, and like I said, my guy here really was like, hey, there's going to be a heck of a bump in the price. And he said, absolutely effing ridiculous bump in price. So if he's paying more, guess who's got to pay more? So yeah, let's find that out and see if we can't really put that to bed. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And yeah, $80 is about what it was here too, out the door. Same price. So thank you for that. Yeah, a tropical fruit. Almost, I thought for a second, almost for a second, I thought it was a bit of coconut, and I'm not a coconut fan, and I don't think I've ever called that on a Scotch. Freaking coconut, really? Definitely your typical uh, notes of like honey or heather on the nose. Definitely fruit, definitely a tropical fruit. You know, pineapple just keeps popping up, but yeah, I don't know why, but it does. But like I said, I poured this in this glass at around 4:05, and so it's been sitting for a good half hour. Said time to open up. Let me get a sip here because Eric's already ahead of me. Okay, here we go. Peter's working on the 13, have 17 waiting in the wings. Okay, perfect. Anybody else sipping on the same thing? Yes or no? Although I have the Armagnac finish. I think Peter, you, and Eric have the standard release, non-finished. Let me know if I am correct. And if you are drinking the Armagnac one, okay, great. Great. All right. Let me get a sip of this. Now that's delightful. That there's just no other way to say that. Wow. Wow. Nice, sweet, silky. Let me get another little sip here on the and see what we got going on. Let me see here. There's a little bit going on here. That's nice. Nice finish. It doesn't linger. I thought it would stay a little longer, but let me have a few more sips out of this. There's the there's the honey or heather note, the fruit. Very pleasant retro hail. No, not really ethanol, or you're not getting any of that on here at all. Not at all. Okay, you have the yellow label poured. All right, perfect. Hey, David, cheers, man. Appreciate you coming in. Let me raise my glass. Hello. Great for you to pop in, say hi. Appreciate you. Smash that like button while you're here, too. Just hit it. It's okay if Jacob gets a bump on his head. I don't care. Hit that like button. But let me get another sip here. Wow. This is my first experience with the Craigellachie 13 to where I can have it continuously and not being able to recall the standard expression off the top of my head. This is pretty good. Ooh. Yeah, now that I've had a couple of sips on the nose, sips on the nose, had a couple of sips, I'm picking up other things on the nose that is more pronounced, that fruit. But that pineapple, that's weird for me. I'm sure that's not anything unusual. Well, you know what, Audrey? What's weird is it's on the nose, and I can't say quite I get it on the palate, but it is fruity. Typically, pears is a note in Scotch. I will just usually pick right up and on, but for some reason on the nose, when I brought that up, it was like, is that pineapple? Is that pineapple? And then that's why I switched to tropical fruit, but I keep going back to the pineapple. I keep going back to the pineapple on there. I just got to have a few more hits here and there. Hey, what can I say? What can I say? Sorry, Greg, but it is nice. Yeah. I will say after about the fourth sip here, I'll call it pineapple. It's not like biting into a pineapple. No. So don't think that pungent of it. But that's what I'm getting. And that could be the Armagnac influence, I didn't think about that. Maybe that's coming out of the Armagnac. Where's Sugar Kitty? Goodness gracious. He'd break this down for us real quick. But yeah, that's pretty darn nice. Really nice. I may have to go back and get the last one on the shelf too. Because there was only one more by it, and most people overlook this. Oh. You know what? That's right. I forgot about that. Now I'll look at the damn bottle because I forgot about that. Okay. Let me just look here. A style seldom met. No shit. Well, let me just get down to let me get down to the nitty gritty. Tradition, production methods. To this day, we still use old-fashioned worm tubs. Yeah, to cool our spirits and bestow it with extra flavor, creating a dram which is fruity, yet muscular. Well, pardon me. Okay, Armagnac. Here we go. Rustic heritage of the 15th century, like Craigellachie, it's produced using worm tubs, condensers. Excuse me. Got to get more light in my bifocal on here. Craigellachie is produced using worm tub condensers finished in Boss aromatic barrels. Rounds our robust Craigellachie. Baked apples. Okay, there's the fruit. Dusted with cinnamon and notes of caramel. I got like a caramel. Shortcake are offset by signature syrup pineapples. Huh. A fiery bonfire night aromas. What? Bonfire night aromas. All right. I'm not getting that. Not at all. The pineapple I got, the caramel I got, and I said it could be the Armagnac influence, but yet also the type of the way they produce this. But okay. Shortcake. Yeah. Okay. I'll give that because I always get a sweet bread note on that, especially from the malt. So I got that part. Caramel shortcake. Syrupy pineapples. I don't think it's that heavy. I don't think the pineapple is that heavy on there at all. At least not as it says, as it's there. Oh, that's right. I forgot he's streaming. Shoot. Oh, well. Anyway. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. If you're over there, tell him I asked about it. People here multitask, if you didn't know. People here multitask. Hey, Rob. Cheers, man. Thanks for popping in there. And yes, there it is. There it is. Let me pop up here and let's go down here. Okay. And like I said, I didn't think the finish was awfully long. I didn't think it was real short. I just, how do I say this? I thought it would be a little more uh, bourbon baller. I just thought there'd be a little more on the finish on this. I don't know why. And I didn't have high expectation or anything. Not that I was considering it to be bad. No, not at all. I just kind of figured it would really linger a little longer than it is for me. Mm. So anyway, that being said, I actually like it. It's very good. Very good. When this thing really gets a chance to breathe in the bottle and open up in about another 2 weeks, I'm definitely going to have to pour a little more and see where we are on this thing. That's for sure. How would you rate the sweetness, or perhaps a comparison? So, how does this rate in sweetness? How can I explain this? Most Scotch has a nice sweetness to it to me, particularly when we talk about peated Scotch. There's a whole other nuance to that that is just terrific for me, particularly how the sweet malt and the smoke come together to really just caress that and just give it a toasted, sometimes marshmallowy chocolate, just fabulous when you get into certain peated scotches. Here, I don't want to so much say syrup is the sweetness, but like biting into a nice sweet pear, peach, plum, along those lines of that sweetness. And you know what? Maybe a little plum on that now that I'm really talking about the different fruits. Hold on. I'll stick with pear. A sweet pear. That would be a comparison I would give you. A nice sweet pear. As far as the level of sweetness, strength of sweetness, if that makes sense to you, Audrey. The tropical notes would come from the Armagnac. Yep, that's what I figured. This bottle is one of my sleeper picks. I tell you what, when I picked this up, Bourbon Baller, he's like, this just didn't sell. And the guy that I know, he said, this is actually very good. And they dropped the price because they want to get rid of it. It's just not moving. And I go, huh? Why? Just for the price. At 46 ABV, non-chill filtered, 13-year-old Craigellachie. Let me think about that a minute. Give me that tube. And now I went with a bottle of wine. But I think it's fine. And like I said, when this thing opens up in about 10 days, just to let it come to life, hoo-wee. And like I said, I may have to go down and buy that other bottle, that last one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Definitely, James. That Armagnac definitely does, because it's a sweet grape to begin with, that Armagnac. So, yeah, that definitely would do. Nice, lovely lineup. Just need a 23. Well, dude, drop it off. Drop it off. That's all you got to do. Drop it off. You're only in Ohio. You can be out here in a day and then head back. Come on, Dustin. Okay, good. That answered your question. Perfect. Not a big fan of the Armagnac 13, kind of off-putting to me. The regular 13 for me is much better. See, I can't remember. I know I've had it. I can't compare it because I just can't remember it. But the profiles have to be the same. The only influence on this is going to be the Armagnac. But I don't find it bad or off-putting. But you know what? To each his own. That's just the way it is. I mean, I got you. Some things it's just not your jam. I mean, it's good, but it's just like, yeah, an occasional sip here and there. Yep. But to run out and buy a couple, no. I got you. Hey, what's up, man? Cheers. Thank you for popping in here and saying hello. Great to see you. Great to see you. Really appreciate you. Oh, if you had the 23. Oh, now see, listen to this. Listen to this. Tease me, why don't you? Yep, he's another Ohioan. Yes. Matter of fact, your neck of the woods, Audrey. If I do remember correctly, your neck of the woods. See? You know what? I don't find it bad, Bourbon Baller. I don't. And I'm tempted to pony up some money and get a birth year Armagnac. 69. What the heck? I'm really tempted because it's a good value for the money. It's a good value for the money, without a doubt. Yes, it has, sir. Yes, it has. But I know you're around. I see your posts from time to time on Instagram, so I know you're working hard. I know you're working hard. Ah, yes. So, oh, now I know. Now I got where the conversation was going. Now I got it. Interesting. But everybody gets something different. It doesn't make a difference. Everybody gets something different out of there. That's for sure. Let me clean up my palate here a minute. All right. Let me see where the heck I'm at. Here we go. All right. Now for this little gem, the 17. Peter, Eric, I hope you're done with your 13 and getting ready to pull up your 17. I still have a sip left because I'm going to do a little compare and contrast because I don't want to drink everything, but I'm going to go into the 17. You guys don't have to rush. Take your time. Enjoy. People in the States still find 23 for sub 300. Shockingly, still dusty bottles floating around, just not by me. Which one is that? Is it? No, Isle of Skye. That's it. Not Sky and Ivy. Isle of Skye. I actually had a nice dram of that yesterday. 30-year-old blended Scotch. Wow. That really was not bad at all for $2.69, I think it was. And so they like to tease me. And so they'll call me into the tasting room and then, pour a little dessert for me. And it's not that little thimble they give you, oh, here, taste this. No, he gets me a glass and he pours a dram in there and says, no, you've got to try this and sit down. So I did, and I sipped on it for a while. And I thought it was good. I did. Absolutely no ethanol on that. It was lighter than I really anticipated it would be, but But when I say lighter, it was much more viscous than I imagined because of the initial sip I took on the palate. But I will say this, it was good. I just didn't think it was 270 good. If it would have been $25, $30 less, I probably would have raised an eyebrow, and there's a good chance I could have walked out with it. I'm telling you, it had all the right stuff. And it was one that you would love to have shared with a group of people. It really would have been. It would have been one of those that you want to pull out and you want to share that bottle to create an experience and invoke conversation, but also the memories and the stories later, just like Storytime Distillery always talks. It was a nice pour. I just thought for the money it was just a little high, but it was intriguing. It was intriguing to make me go, well, that's not bad at all. So anyway, Kilkerran Sherry finished and also Bourbon Cask finished, both at cask strength samples I was sent. So yeah, you know what? Absolutely. Sherry, I love a sherry finish. Absolutely love a sherry finish, particularly if it's the PX sherry finish, the Pedro Jimenez sherry finish. Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely. To me, that finish with that Pedro Jimenez is a wonderful finish on a whiskey. It just imparts so much flavor versus Oloroso. I I'm just partial to it. Let me just say I'm just partial to it if you couldn't tell. All right. Let me get this 17 swirled around here. As you can see, I still got the cap on it. I haven't released it since I poured it. Poured at the same time as the other one. Poured at the same time as the other one. But let me give you the full view here. Let me just crack this sucker open here. The only thing I didn't like on this is the cap is a little loose. There's the cork. Get my ugly mug out of the way. Here we go. There it is. Don't focus on me. But yeah, it's snug, but not like I think it should be. But anyway, here it is. Let me turn this thing around. Look at that. Beautiful dark amber color. Almost looks red on the camera here when I'm looking at it on the screen, but it isn't. Beautiful color on this thing. Just beautiful color. Absolutely wonderful. So let me put that back in the tube there. That way, because in the glass sometimes doesn't do it justice, but when you see it in the bottle like that on the screen, it's really good. So let's pull the top off of this. Oh yeah, this is definitely the malt, the shortbread, shortcake, all day long. Heather, vanilla. Definitely no pineapple, but a dark fruit, a stone fruit like plums. Without a doubt on the nose, without a doubt. Very pleasant on the nose. Very pleasant on the nose. Wonderful aroma. The maltiness seems to be definitely a step above the 13. Yep. More like a plum. Vanilla. Hint of chocolate? Hint of chocolate? I'll go for that. I'm not 100% on that, but a little chocolate? Nose reset. People like, what are you doing? Resetting my nose. All right. Oh, man. Yeah. I'll give you a little hint of chocolate on that. Yeah, it just seems a little, it doesn't twist or anything like that. It's just not as snug as it should be. It's not. Hey, Tater Dom. Cheers, man. Thank you for popping over here, saying hey, and just mashing the shit out of that like button for me. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, Marty, because I know you've got the Craigellachie. But yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm getting it now on the nose. Yeah. I'm gonna say there's a little bit of chocolate on there. Marty. Sorry. If I can't laugh at you, Marty, who will? All right, let me get a taste of this thing here. Hmm. Wow. Wow. I'm not saying anything right now. Hold on. Hmm. Absolutely. On the retro hail and stuff, chocolate. There's some chocolate in here without a doubt. The sweetness, the dark fruit. I swear it's like a dark plum. The sweetness of that. There's definitely your traditional vanilla, honey, heather, however you want to describe that. Mm-hmm. Hey, just so GT Mustang 09 knows, you got to be pretty special to be part of the Whiskey Nose Golden Glen Club. Ta-da! There it is, right there. So yes, I have mine too. So you know you made it when you get one of these, and you're part of the Golden Glen Society. So thanks to Marty for that. Been a couple years, still got it. Mm-mm-mm. Holy smokes! I just caught that. I saw James say "Cheers, Dan." I go, "What? I missed something." Cheers, man. Great to see you. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, definitely chocolate now on the nose. Now that I've had those few sips. Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, and you know what? A little like a saltwater type taffy note. How about that? Chocolate, dark fruit. Oh yeah, chocolate on the nose all day long now. Wow. I mean, I've got this out of that. What is that Ardbeg shit? What the hell is that Ardbeg? The one with that was done in the black malt. Oh my God, which one is that? Hold on. Bingo, it's right here. Yeah, the Ardcore. All right, which is done, created with black malt barley. Definitely get a dark chocolate note on this without a doubt. And that dark chocolate with the peat level that's in here and the maltiness, shit, make you want to jump up and slap your mama. I'm telling you, you wouldn't live to see the next second if you did that. But you know what I'm saying? It's that good. Yeah, that's it's not as intense as this, but it's there. It's there on this Craigellachie. So that's what I was referring to. So where else do I have that's got that real good, dark, deep chocolate note? And that's this. And I haven't had this in a while. No, I might. I say no, but I might have a little snippet of this thing later. Let me put this back down here. Get it out of my. No, stay there. Stay there. But anyway, yeah, wow. This is really something. Holy crap. Eric, do you have the 17 Craigellachie? Oh my goodness, yes. Chocolate. God, this would almost make you want to put a nipple on the end of that bottle and just sit there in your chair and just drink yourself into bliss. Come on, let me just see if you guys can. There it is. Oh shit, I put my hand up. Come on. Shouldn't have done that. It was focusing on it. Son of a hog. Can you guys see how that? Oh, you ass. I'm talking about me. Come on. Come on. Focus. Focus. Not on me. There it goes. I don't know if you guys can see the beads. There it is. See them beads? Man, as this thing's got some viscosity to it. It just beating up on the Glen there. Look at that. Really good. Okay. Now I know. So there was a reason for the question I asked you a few days ago. Okay. That's what I need to know. Let me just say, Eric, I know your palate because I've tasted your whiskey. You wouldn't love this. This would definitely be one that is what I would say you would have to put it behind other things to make you move it, or this would become one of those that call you, that call your name and say, come here. I'm waiting. Wow. And you're right, Zenbud. Yeah, it is a nice, slow, enjoyable sipper. Very nice. Yeah, this turned out to be a very, very nice truck. Let me have another sip out of there, and so I can do a little compare and contrast here. Hmm. Mm. Wow. This was nice. Nice finish. Nice on the retro hail. You know what? I want to say the 17-year Craigellachie is about 150. Does that sound right? About 150, depending upon where you are for that. So I don't think it's too bad. At figure $10 a year for the age as a price range. You can go 12, whatever you feel is appropriate. But me, I just usually go $10 a year, depending upon how bad I want it. It's up to you, but for me, I put $10 a year. Look at the age, $1.70. I can get it for $1.50. Would I pay $170 for it? Yeah, probably would. And then to go back to this thing in about 2 weeks, if it is as good then as it is now, or let me just say, I expect it to open up and again come of its own. Oh shit. Yes, without a doubt. You know what? It's one of those things, Audrey. It's how do I say this? It's like, well, I know you can probably see it. Let me move over my shoulder. Let me move my hand over here. Right there. You know what that is sitting there. And that's just the unopened shelf. There's to my left, there's to my right. It's one of those things that it's one of those wormhole things that you just, yeah, I knew you'd know. You just go down. It's like, oh, man. Oh, man. You're welcome. Yep. Exactly, Zenbood. Yeah. Yeah, I'm almost there. I don't know. I think I looked, I was 380. I don't know what my sub count is. I don't, after 3 years, you think I would know. You know me. I don't worry about that. One of these days, I'll make 1,000. I might retire first, but I'll make it one of these days. If I keep going, who knows? Oh, see, Marty knows 385. Okay, there you go. I didn't know. I don't look at it. I remember when I got, was it 350? I had the stream a couple months ago. Yeah, GT 350 was my thumbnail. Yeah, I had to think about that. What did I put on that thing? I haven't seen it in a while. Okay, let me clear off my palette there and let me do a little compare and contrast. Oh yeah, I tell you what, it's a thing. I mean, truly, it is a thing. And um, since you're talking about that, hold on. I'm going to stand up here, so I apologize. As a matter of fact, so you don't have to see this shirt. I don't want to show it to you. Hold on. Let me just do this. Hold on. Oh, let me grab it. Here we go. There we go. Put this down. All right. Here we go. Audrey, this one. Can you see it? All right. Now, this one here was so floral that I couldn't stand it in the beginning, Audrey. Couldn't stand it. And I actually spoke to Jeremy about this. Yes, I'm talking about Jeremy Reeves from C&D. Spoke to him about this. And what really made that blend work for me was I needed something that was very botanical and could hold up to something like that. So when I was referring to that C&D Palmetto that they had released, and I said how floral that is, this is the whiskey that will ultimately hold its own against that, because I tried it with this one here, and it worked superbly. Let me get, sorry about turning my back. Let me go over here and get this. No, wrong one, Anthony. What the hell are you grabbing? Where is that at? That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Do not grab that one. That would be a no-no. Now, Wait a minute. What in the heck? This gets to be an issue. I looked at it, but hold on. It's the tail of the forest. Where is my Glenmorangie tail of the forest? No. Where is that sucker? Are you kidding me? That's Glenmorangie. That's not tail of the forest. That's tail of Tokyo. Oh my gosh, you mean I've misplaced that damn bottle? Hold on. Floor whiskey. It's probably on the floor. Hold on. It's probably on the floor. Better be on the floor. That's Boonahaven. Ardbeg, Lefroy. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. What in the Sam Hill hell? PX Sherry, Writer's Tears. I don't need that one. Oh, a little Gentleman Rum Vanilla from Seattle Pipe Club. Let's put that right over there. What in the Sam Hill hell? Now that's going to bother me. Anyway, Glenmorangie Tail of the Forest. I have no sorry about that. I have no idea what I did with that bottle. I pulled it out because I'm like, that's the one I want with that. And with that other blend. Now, I'm going to have to tear these damn shelves apart to find that thing. And that's unusual. I generally know the shelf it's on and know where it's at. And I can pick it off of there. I mean, I have to move 5 or 6 of them, but it's like, what? There is no way. I finished it because I know I got a backup. What in the Samuel? All right, I got to stop. Because it will get me going. Oh, man, I cannot believe. I don't know where it's at. I cannot believe it. Well, yeah, it is good. Hey, Mike, cheers. Sorry, got into a little diatribe here. I'm looking for something and I've misplaced a bottle. I feel like bourbon. It's here somewhere and it's going to bother me, but I know why I pulled it out. The bottle, that is. Let me be clear. I pulled out a bottle. Man, now that's gonna bother the crap out of me. Oh my gosh, where is it? Oh well. Oh, that's right. You missed out on that release for that. You know what? I'm on the fence on that still. It's not bad. I'm gonna have to have a couple more go rounds with that, without a doubt. I'm gonna have to. That's true. But man, that's gonna bug me because I'm gonna want that. But neither here nor there. All right, that's it. We're not gonna worry about it. We are not gonna about it. Oh my goodness, there he is. The Canadians are represented. Cheers, brother. Cheers. All right, let's get back to the important shit here. Everyone smash that like button, support the channel, did all that good stuff. Okay, here's the 13-year right there. God, that's delicious. Ugh, chocolate. Definitely pineapple on that 13-year. I'm sorry. The 13 year is definitely pineapple. So here we go. Let's see here. Very nice. Still nice and sweet. Great sipper. Honestly, great sipper. Enjoy this without a doubt. As to come home, just sit down and you want a good, sensible dram, particularly when it comes to a Scotch. This 13-year-old Craigellachie finished in Armagnac, I think it's good. It's definitely worth the money at $46 what I paid for it. If you paid $60 for it, yeah, I'd buy it at $60 too, without a doubt. Just so you know, $60, definitely 65. Yeah, I wouldn't have any problem paying something like that for this, without a doubt. It's definitely worth it. And being that it's not made anymore, if you can swing it and you absolutely do like it, I would buy a backup for it. And like I said, I may go down and for $50 and buy the last one that's on the shelf down there at Total Wine. I almost said Liquor Lineup. They don't have it. It's Total Wine. Definitely worth the money. I'm not dissatisfied with it in any way. All right. Now the 17. I mean, look at that. You can see how that's beaten up still. I mean, this is a nice, oily, viscous drop. I love to see how that just stays there and just doesn't run back down. It just beads along your rim of your glass like that. Wow. And it is. And this one, though, is not, it is the base, but this one is finished in Armagnac, Donald. So it was a limited release at some time. I don't know how I missed it, but I couldn't find the straight 13. That's just gone. But I accidentally came across this one, and the guy I know at the store told me this is a special release because it's finished in Armagnac. I said, no shit. And I got it for $46. So I was like, okay. So I couldn't resist it. So that's why I definitely picked it up. 400. I'm thinking like, 405, Marty. Come on. We got to think big. Oh, please. 1,000. You're talking to me there, Mike. We're not that popular. That's for sure. We're just a small little channel here. And we appreciate our whiskey and our supporters that we have. And we just like to bullshit about whiskey. That's what it comes down to. You got one? Which one was it, Ben? You know what? Cooked sugars? You talking about in the 17, Marty? Or were you referring to the 13? Because I'm on the 17 right now, but I just want to make sure I answer your question. 27 people watching. Appreciate you all. Please make sure you all go over and smash that like button like never before. Look at there. 27 viewers, 27 likes. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. The 17, you know what? Let me take another sip of this. Let me clear this up here. So, to answer your question, Marty, I would almost say like a warm brown sugar. How's that sound? Like almost like a sugar cookie, but brown sugar that has a little toast to it. But this, to me, is coming, especially on the nose. I'm getting the chocolate, and I'm getting a little chocolate on the finish, particularly on the sides of the tongue. So it's like, that's where I would go. That's where I would go with that, without a doubt. And you know what? That's a good word, Zenbu. This is savory. This 17 is definitely very savory. As a matter of fact, you salivate after you have this thing in, not because you're going to take another dram, but it really causes that reaction on you, on the palate, which is fine. That's really waking your mouth up. That's to me, that's a hallmark of, oh yeah, it's really got the juices going on here. It's really good. And you're absolutely right, Audrey. That's exactly what this community is about. Like I've talked before about this community. We're it's a large group, but we're actually small. Everybody that's in here, that's in my chat right now and stuff, will pop over the live wire in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to only be on for a little bit longer, give everybody a little intermission, hit the head, grab another dram to get over to support live wire. But let me tell you what, uh, truly an excellent bunch of people within this small community that we have. And I tell you what, they're a remarkable group, remarkable group. Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier on there. Just that particular thing about how these worm tub condensers. I keep calling it tube condensers, but it's tub condensers. So I'm making sure I watch what I say. Absolutely, but it's very savory and exactly meaty, hefty. Particularly this 17. This 17 has all of that going on. All of that going on, without a doubt. Yeah. My wife was just looking at that today, Eric. She sent me a picture. I saw it last week. I think it's 179 or 189. I don't know. That might be a good price for it. I don't know for that, but it's in a nice blue bottle like the classic Lottie, almost very simple, very simple. Shit. Very similar in color. Yeah, I am really interested in it. And oh, like I said, people, live wire whiskey is in 12 minutes. You're not going to want to miss that. I'm going to finish this up here in a few, so to give you time to do an intermission. That way you can run to the bathroom, grab yourself a snack, couple of bottles, jump on over there to live wire, because I can guarantee you, you just do not know what's going to happen on that channel. Guarantee you don't know. So you have to tune in. You absolutely have to tune in to see what the hell goes on. Sometimes Mike doesn't even know what the hell's going on, and he's running the show. Huh. But it happens. That's for sure. Huh. Banter here, James? Please. None of us would do that. None of us would do that. Do not forget bourbon. Absolutely not. Do not forget bourbon. Anybody that's not subbed to Whiskey Uncensored, you got to get over there and do that. You got to do it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I see something. I have to go down here. Let me look at this for a second. 179 for, okay. I think it's about the same price here. Yes, you need to head over and check it out, and make sure you subscribe to Whiskey Uncensored, Audrey. You really do. You have to do it. Well, you know what, Tater Dom? Sometimes you do what I do. I flip a coin. When it comes to Whiskey Uncensored, sometimes that's your best bet. But again, it's Whiskey Uncensored. If you want something that's totally off the cuff, you know what I'm saying. It's right there. No pour for me tonight. Start new job tomorrow. Oh, no shit. No shit. So you don't have to pack anything up and bring it back? No shit. Well, then let me raise this glass of 17-year-old Craigellachie to JD, who is going to be stateside from now on. Shit, there goes my connection. Damn. But cheers, man. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Well, look at this. The executive, oh shit. The executive produce. Oh my gosh, people. Here we go. Is it going to work? Let's see. There we go. There he is, the executive producer for Whiskey Knows, right there. This is the man that makes it all happen for that channel. I mean, I could only be so lucky and wish I could afford a producer like him. I'm sorry, this channel has, no monetary support. It's just me, and it's just what you get. So sorry, people. This is what happens when you don't have the money that, Whiskey Knows has to have an executive producer like Top Dog. I mean, holy crap. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, that he came over here to visit me. No, Marty, I'm not trying to hire him. I told you I cannot afford him. I don't have that kind of money. So, anyway. So, well, that's pretty much it, folks. I don't have not one damn bad thing to say about Craigellachie 13 finished in Armagnac or the 17. Nothing. So if you can find the 13 finished in Armagnac for about $60, buy it. If you can find the 17-year-old Craigellachie for about 150, it's up to you what you really pay for it. But let me tell you what. Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's well worth it. Well worth it. Go ahead and spend the money. I'm still your connection. Wife can help bring back. She's heading to Poultry. Oh, all right. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. That's what I like to hear. I thought I was going to have to drown my sorrows in whiskey tonight. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. I need the 19-year duty free. Oh, well, let her know. Well, you know what? It happens, Top Dog, in your line of work. One day you're in grace, the next day you fall out of grace. It happens. Yeah, absolutely. That's right. No money, no honey. You tell them. No money, no honey. But anyway, well, everybody, I absolutely appreciate you all popping in. I don't want to keep you. I want to give you a chance to go ahead and do your intermission and get ready for Livewire. I got to sit down to a little bite to eat, and I'll pop in there at Livewire and give him some hell. But I really appreciate you all. Thank you for popping in. And feel free to send me a text or shoot me an email at bourbonneophyte@gmail.com and let me know what you think. In other words, should I stay at this time slot and continue on, or should I go back to my previous time slot at 9? Let me know what you think, because a lot of the stuff I do is driven by you. So I really appreciate you, and thank you for showing up and supporting me through these last couple of years. And yes, I will be doing a 3-year stream coming up next month, May. But look forward to seeing you all next week. Let me raise my glass. I'm going to raise the 17 to say cheers, everybody. Appreciate you for coming, smashing that like button, and supporting me. And it was great to see you all. Have a good evening. See you all later. Night.